Greetings. Today, a big topic, writing integration tests for our application. And that will require very significant refactoring and resyncing. So let's get into it. All right. So my goal would be to write a test that can test the full flow. That's what I call the integration test. So basically it would have to read a file, then write to files, and also check that what has been written to files is correct. And to achieve that, I would need to do quite a few changes. So let's go to Employee Manager and program. Basically, what does it do right now? It's just a manager, and we call one method called process files. And process files just accepts, basically manager accepts file name, process files accepts number, and then we write to some hard-coded files. And I could, files with hard-coded names, I could proceed with writing integration test on top of this one, but it's not really good. What I would like to have my integration test as reading from a memory file and then writing to memory files and checking them without any disk writing. Because usually in production applications, we want to avoid writing to disk. It's slow, it's not that shareable, like memory is very fast. Okay, so how to go about it? Well, I will start from just creating a test and doing some cleanup here. So this, we can just do some cleanup that is suggested, marking this stream as not nullable. Okay, it's good. Assembly, can rename this one. Okay, and yeah, this can be marked static. And actually, these methods are not really related to tests, so I will extract them to a separate file to have cleaner code. I can call it EmbeddedFileHelper. EmbeddedFileHelper. Good. And we move this test here. EmbeddedFileHelper. Make it static. And just reuse it from here. Reuse bytes. EmbeddedFileHelper. Reuse. This one is good. Now let's add our function test. Fact, it will be just a test. Public void integration. As an integration test, as a goal, I would like to create a manager. So, manager, select that new manager. And then I would love to do what? I would like to call first method, calculate yearly sum. So I'll write it in the comments as a pseudocode, and later on we will actually implement it. So I would like to have it as yearly sum. And what the result will be. Since I want to be it in memory, I would love for this method to return me a byte array, a memory stream. I guess a byte array will be fine. We'll see what works well. So it will be yearly. That would be the first method that I want. Then I would love to have basically, again, as a result, a memory stream of top 5. So it will be top n and top manager bottom n. Here I'll pass values, whatever. And then I would like to have some code that will actually test that what was written to this file is correct. I'll put it here, assertion. We will have to read it. Read CSV file from, this will be in memory, so it will be from memory. Check content and check content of these three files. So three separate checks. Top, well, and bottom. Good. Now, what does it say? You need to specify a parameter passing to constructor. And currently, this manager can read only from a file that is written to disk, as you can see. It opens it and it tries to return it. So that needs to be changed. All right. I'll change it to the following. So I'll create two methods. First one will allow employee manager to be initialized in the mode of reading a file from a disk. Second one will be initialization and to read a file from memory. All right, so it is nothing should be returned. Read from disk. String file. And in this case, this code is correct. Read from file, all good. File name. We don't want this as a variable anymore. This constructor is empty. Then we can actually, specify. And it looks good. Now, so this method will be used, can be used from our actual code here. So it will be like this: var manager, employee manager, and then read from file, read from disk, and then calling processing. Good. Back to my test. Test is fine, but now here I would like to code some code that is manager and it's called read from embedded. Read from byte. So basically someone else had the responsibility for reading the file and converting it into a byte array, and I'll work just with a byte. Read from bytes. And then what will be the idea? I'll read this latest data. Probably I'll have to, I'll add more test data to it because right now it has only one end. Read this and read from bytes. It was bytes to it. Good. So now this method has not been created. It's not created. Generating method read from byte. Great. Oops. Read from bytes. How do we need to initialize basically employees. I like to have my methods closer to each other, which have similar meaning. Reading from bytes, we have to initialize employees. Employees. How do we do it? Let's check. This is getting readers, and we have what? We have static method that reads records from a stream reader. Okay. Basically, I can see that it to method line. Okay, it's fine. So it's reading from file, only 2 lines. I think it's fine. And then employees will be get. Yeah. looks better. And then we don't need this method. So here I would actually create same reader probably from not a file name, but from a memory stream. And I can pass bytes to memory stream. Perfect. So here is the trick. Yeah, I have a byte. I can convert bytes to memory stream like this, and then I can create a stream reader from a memory stream. Great. This works well. This we don't need because it's done in either ReadFromDisk or ReadFromBytes method. Good. So now we have what? We have a refactoring of this piece. Let's refactor the first one. So writing to file, I would like actually to have a separate method, right? To calculate my yearly sum and return a memory byte array. Yeah, let's go with byte arrays. So let's get back to say this code and call this method GetYearlySumFile. Generate a method. Looks good. I'll move it here. YearlySumFile. It would return, as I said, byte array, and it actually do we need pass file name? No, we don't. Here we will do calculation of yearly sum, and then we can write to file. Okay, let's think about it. Here you would need to write to a memory stream and return byte array, right? So what I would do here, I need to write to file. I will create a new method. Let's create a new method. Write to byte array. Don't need file name for this method. Class map, I would still leave it. And here I would create a memory stream. New memory stream. I would initialize stream writer with the memory stream. Then we want to return byte array. So it's this, as you remember. And we don't want to return memory stream at least due to issues with exposing memory stream to array. A little bit of code duplication, but for now it's fine. You can already see that some methods are very static here. I could. What is this one doing? Okay. Processing file. Write to file. Write to file. File name. Write to byte array. And we actually return it. Return write to byte array. What else looks good? Write to byte array. Plus map. This is a notation that by default, if we don't pass it, it will be null. Oh, kind of convenient. We don't have to pass it from here. GetYearlySumFile. It returns a file. So now we can be approaching to the point where we can actually can make it fully compilable and test smaller piece. So here, process file, I would just put output CSV. We actually now don't have to. Okay, so here we have GetYearlySumFile. How do we have any compile errors? Check. Build succeeded. No compile errors. This code, if I just run it, it will run as it was running but now it will write to a different file because I have given a different file name. It's fine. We are looking at pin debug, bottom errors, output. Yeah, all good. And now we can retest actually this method in a tricky way. Here, process file, I can actually use it. So it would be what? YearlySum bytes. We call this method. And here I can actually write it to the disk. How do I write a file to a disk? I can do file, write all bytes. Yeah, I have bytes, I can write them. It's good. Yearly bytes. And I would need to pass. What is this? What's the method? Path and then byte. Okay, so I would write to output and YearlySumBytes. Good. And this I don't need anymore. Can comment it out and run it. Okay, and now we have output. Let's check it out. Yeah, looks good. Looks very good. Alright guys, this is part 1. As you saw, I got it to the point where it compiles and runs and actually reuses the new method that was created. And in part 2, I'll finish the refactoring and we will finish with the integration tests. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in comments and have a great day. See ya!